Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Now we'll try to discuss today the landscape. Just to reiterate a small topic, which is a landscape. Generally, we have a landscape. We have the three-tier architecture. What are the generally landscape will we have? We have development server, quality server and production server. What we will do? See now, whatever we discuss, everything which will be fall under this methodology, SAP methodology, the processes. Generally, when you get these things like development server, quality server and production server, when you get servers, in which place generally we look for these details. In the realization phase, once we sign off from the business generally, what we will ask? We will ask business to share the servers. Once we get the servers, what we are going to do here? Once we get the servers, then we will start the configuration. Where we do this configuration now, the landscape will come into the picture of realization. What we will do in the development server, we will do the configuration, baseline configuration and integration configuration. We will do. What kind of we do the enterprise structure configuration, master data configuration and all the configurations we will do, and we will capture that configuration in the form of tiers. Once you've done this development configuration, you do the UT testing. Once it is done, then we will move the changes to the quality server. Once changes move to quality server, what we are going to do? We will do the integration testing. Then we will move this tier to the production server. Generally, the day-to-day activities are done in production servers. This is like how the landscape will be there. Three-tier architecture system. Landscape will be there. But some of the companies also follow another route is called as a dev server, quality server, pre-production, production. These things they are going to follow. Same method, like they will follow the development, quality and pre-production replica of your production servers. Generally, they don't maintain any. They would move any tier directly to the production. They will copy this production server to the pre-production server. Then they will move the changes to the pre-production server and people will be tested, business will be tested, any issues with the pre-production server. Then they will do the transport request movement to the production system. This is the methods follow when they are moving the changes to the one server to another server. This is about the how the landscapes. We are going to work on it here. Just I'm going through the remaining topic called as info record and source list. Once we have the system again, I'll explain. Don't worry, just time, because server is not there. We cannot do that one. That's why what I'll do is just I'll give a brief about the info records, how it can be and how the source list will be. We are going to handle that. Info. What is meant by info record in the SAP systems? Info record is a combination of generally what we will maintain in the info record. Info record we will maintain latest prices of the particular material and vendor combination. We will maintain the info records. Vendor and material. We are going to maintain the info records. Latest price of the material vendor. We will maintain the info record. Generally, info records are how many types? There are 4 types. What are those? One is standard info record. Second one is subcontracting info record and third one is consignment info record. Fourth one is pipeline info record. What we are going to do in the standard info record? In the standard info record, any kind of procurement generally, we are going to refer the standard info record. But if you go for special procurements like subcontracting, consignment and pipeline, what we will do? We need to follow the special info records here. What is meant by subcontracting? I look like the third party procurement only. But in the subcontracting, what we do is we will order a vendor, like we will order a particular vendor, initial product, and we are providing all the raw materials and we are providing the missile everything to that, just that he need to convert that one. That kind of process, we'll call it as a subcontracting process. In a subcontracting, what we will do is we will ask vendor to make it the initial product. Whatever required for the finished product, that raw materials and everything that we will provide to the subcontracting. Then vendor will process that one and he will make it finished product and he will share back to us. Then we will do the payment for what? We will do the payment. Whatever the service are, generally we are not going to pay him for the whole things. The material cost, everything, we are not going to pay just to be giving the service charge to the subcontracting. The next is a consignment. Consignment is also one kind of business process where vendor maintain all the processes, like a vendor will maintain the everything in our premises. For example, you have like a machinery, but you don't know when your machinery will require the maintenance. Maintenance means oil and all those things. What you will do, you will tell some casserole or some other vendor, you always keep some 500 liters of some oil in my premises. Whenever I require, I will go and consume it. Then I will tell, I will pay the amount of whatever the quantity I consume on that body. That is process will be called as a consignment process. Generally in the consignment, what happened, that guy will maintain barrels. 5 kg barrel, 10 to 15 kg, that barrels he will maintain. Generally, whenever these guys will require an adjuster, they will go and consume it and they will inform the vendor. We consume this 5k kai barrel or 10g kai barrel. Can we check and let me know the payment details? Then that guy will say some payment and these guys will run the settlement. That kind of process, we'll call it as a consignment process. Next is a pipeline process. Pipeline is kind of business. The material you will receive in the form of pipeline like electricity, water. Nowadays, now we are getting the gas also in the pipeline. How much you consume it, that much you need to pay. That kind of concept, we call it as a pipeline procurement. This is process of the how we are handling the info records. Generally info record, we will maintain both prices. One is net price and effective price. That is the concept of the info record, how it can be happen. Next is a source list. What is meant by source list? Till now, we talk about the prices like we talk about the combination of material, vendor or reserve price. In the source lists, it will determine source of supply. Source of supply of particular materials. In the source list combination, generally we look for the source of like for an material. How many suppliers are there? That information we are going to maintain in the source list. And if you want to automatically trigger, automatically to find source of supply. Generally, what will happen? You need to maintain the info record. Generally, info record is a prerequisite for the source list. This is about the like master data topics. In the configuration, we able to see like how to configure the different number ranges, how the mandatory fields we are going to maintain, how the option fields we are going to maintain. That all details we will deeply understand when we do the system configuration. There is one more concept called as a quota arrangement. This quota arrangement is a concept like system will decide generally. System will identify how much quota we need to procure from an vendor. For example, if for example you want 100 kgs of an material. Generally what the procurement guys they do is, they don't directly procure 100 Ks from an vendor. What they will do, they will procure 60 Ks from A1 vendor and 20 Ks from A2 vendor and remaining 20 from A3 vendor. That kind of quota, I mean dividing the total share into the different parts, that can be handled in the quota master. For example, you know you have for the end material, only the one vendor is there. What will happen for that one vendor? For example, Next day, he told he will increase the price, and he will. He won't supply the material to you for the next 6 months. What will happen due to that? You are going to stop your production rate. Generally, what procurement guys think is they don't want to stop their production. Production. They always look for the alternative procurement. Even though he is a good vendor, he is a rapport vendor, he supply very quality of material, they will compulsory look for the alternative business. See what will happen now? You see some floods happen. If, for example, my vendor is in the Chennai, due to the flood, he is good at quality, is good at price, and everything is good. But what happened? Due to the natural calamities, he is not able to supply the material for me around 3 months. But my factory there is in Bangalore. What is happening is not supplying this material. I need to shut down my factory for 3 months. What is happening? Due to that, I am impacting, and once I am impacting, my business will be impacted. And I need to pay my production guys. And also I use my market. In order to do that, when they will follow the different strategies in the procurement also. This is like how quota will be maintained in the like quota. Once you have the source list, quota is not that much of important. But most of the companies are not following now quota. People are concentrating on the source of supply. It is one of the topics. It is also one of the topic in the procurement wise how we are going to handle that. These are the topics generally we cover in the material. Sorry, master. These topics will go under the master data. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.